City officials told New Yorkers to stay home amid yesterday's nor'easter, but what would you do if it was freezing inside as well? News 12's Noelle Lilly is at a NYCHA senior housing building where one tenant says they've been without heat for 4 years.
71-year-old Rosa Vargas says she spent yesterday's snowstorm trapped in her apartment with 2 space heaters and she was still cold. Vargas says this issue has been going on for 4 of the 5 years she's lived here. She says in the winter it can get as cold as below 60 degrees in her apartment. In New York City, between October and May, landlords are required to keep the heat at least 68 degrees during the day when it's colder than 55 degrees outside and 62 degrees overnight regardless of the outside temperature. Vargas says she's tried contacting her building manager and NYCHA, but says maintenance never actually fixes the problem. We reached out to NYCHA, who tells us that today maintenance confirmed the heat was working, but Vargas says by tomorrow it'll be cold again. The lack of heat has forced her to use multiple space heaters to stay warm, but after the Twin Parks fire in the Bronx that started from a space heater, Vargas says she doesn't know what else to do.
So how am I supposed to keep warm if I'm not supposed to have them? You're supposed to provide me with heat. If I had heat, I wouldn't have them. I don't like having them around. They're very dangerous. I'm a senior citizen. Why should I have to be living like this?
Vargas says her last resort was to request an apartment transfer, which she was approved for back in August. But now she says months later, no one has followed up with her to move. In Eastchester, Noelle Lilly, News 12.